can I ask you my big question?
Is that that's the premise? What do you say the premise of this show is? That you sit down with somebody and eventually ask them a big question?
Basically.
Yeah, I like it.
We do the whole episode, and then at
the end, here's the big question. It's smart because, a big question already sounds like something I might not want to answer. And so closing with it's nice because I can't get up and walk out on the question because it's at the end anyway. You just blurt it out. After you've said your goodbyes, you should just turn to the guests and ask them like something really serious so they can either just get up and leave or stick around and answer the question.
You're like, did you ever love your mother? All right.
Everybody's ready.
Everyone's very professional now that you're here, Doug.
I love it.
When you weren't here, it was a shit show.
Oh, okay.
But now you're here. People are acting according.
People snap too.
Because you're a big.
They know what a demanding stoner I am.
Yeah. So tell me about stoning. Have you been stoning for your whole life?
Wait, you were saying you're going to try to start the show professionally, and then you just started asking questions.
Hi, guys.
I want a tight ship.
Okay. I'm sorry, Doug. Hey, everyone. My name's Catbird, and this is the Catbird Pod. And this is Doug Benson.
Episode number...
This is going to be 3.
3?
Yes.
Nice.
So
I'm in early on.
You're really early on, and I'm really happy that you wanted to be on this pod. I know you probably had a lot of other things that you wanted to do.
Today, right now?
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of options. There's the Jennifer Hudson show, I guess, is on.
Oh. Okay.
So I'll have that on sometimes. I like this. I like the Spirit Tunnel. No, but sometimes my friends are on and stuff. Like it was cool seeing Nikki Glaser on there.
Yeah. Well,
she blew the hell up. Why do you think she wasn't on the Kevin Hart roast?
You know what?
What's your professional opinion?
I think that something was going on.
I think she's like, I'm the host of the Golden Globes now. I'm not some regular bitch that can sit around and be called the C word.
Do you think that? Because she was on the Funny AF roast, though.
Right.
So I
But
don't
how
know.
long ago wait, was that recent?
That was recent.
Because the whole thing had to be recent because it was like in real time.
Totally.
The whole competition.
So I think there might have been something political going on.
Or maybe, a little of this, like they didn't offer enough money.
Wage gap.
But, because also, was the Funny AF roast, did it go there, or was it like a little bit milder than a typical roast?
This is what I heard.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I
Let me
haven't
give
watched
you the
it.
scoop. Me neither. But this is what I've heard. So everyone was like, okay, we're going to do the roast and go for it. And then everyone came up with like really intense roasts.
Yeah.
And then they said, okay, you can't talk about crack. You can't
Right.
talk about, your dad not loving you. So there was like, they really went through a filter system of the roasts that you could and could not do.
Wow.
So
yeah, and then if somebody went ahead and did it, could they cut it out? Was that episode live or was it edited?
It was edited.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to slip something in, it's like I'm thinking about going on Comics Unleashed.
Oh, good. That's great.
Did you do it
I did.
recently?
Yeah.
And you enjoyed yourself?
I had a fun time. I didn't really know what to expect. He has an aquarium behind him, which I thought was kind of cool. Like the little
Right,
shark.
something for you to look at while those hacks sitting around you are telling their dumb stories.
Totally.
I worry about who I'm going to be on with. I want to have chemistry.
Yeah. I didn't get to pick, but I did know ahead of time who I had. So.
Yeah, nobody gets to pick, I don't think. Or I mean, like if Bill Burr said, I want to do your show and these are the other guests, they go, okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, fine, you get whoever you want. But yeah, they told you get to riff too in your little pool of people.
Right, but they don't. They only encourage you to a certain degree.
Yeah.
At least when I did it once, 15, 20 years ago, however long that was.
In the heyday.
Way back.
Yeah.
And well, now's the heyday. It's moving to 11:30.
I know.
It's moving to the against Kimmel and Fallon. And, people like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
They're going to watch that, But when I was on it, the interaction was very much discouraged between the people.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like, just do your bits and laugh at everybody else, but try not to, talk too much, and I probably talk more than they wanted me to.
Did they cut anything from what? Did they cut?
No, they definitely cut some stuff, but I don't remember what because it was just all goofing around the whole time.
Yeah,
you know?
I said butthole a lot, and I think they cut that. And so they were like, we can't say butthole.
Has yours aired?
And mine aired,
Yeah?
yeah. They kept one butthole in there, which is good, but for the most part, they cut the buttholes. But then, you can say sex and stuff on there now, and so
Well, I think you could always say the word sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you could say it.
No, maybe that's in your head because of, everybody on Instagram and TikTok spelling it GGS.
Yes.
But that's just that stuff. Like TV, the word sex itself
Yeah.
was never an issue.
Oh, I
you
didn't
could
know
say
that.
it.
But you couldn't say homeless. They didn't want you to say homeless.
Well, that's their personal taste coming into play. And, CBS is in a kind of a weird position now because they're like sort of, people think that Trump runs CBS at this point.
I thought he was more of a Fox guy. Is he CBS
Well,
now?
well, CBS is like kind of become, people say it's fallen, because the news division got taken over by somebody who's predisposed to Trump and his policies.
Oh, no.
And so that's why Colbert got fired from CBS.
Oh.
That's why you're getting that cushy 11:30 slot for Comics Unleashed because of the politics behind Colbert getting fired.
Now we all know.
Yeah.
Oh my
crazy.
gosh, House of Cards. I didn't know that. So do you think there's any news source that's completely unbiased?
I don't
TikTok?
think it's gonna. I don't think anything's completely unbiased at this
Yeah.
point. But I think a little bias could be okay. But I mean, I guess that's why there's MSNBC and Fox, and CNN's supposed to be the most unbiased. But
How
one
about
could argue
BBC?
they're not.
BBC. I've heard BBC is
Well,
pretty
yeah,
good.
of course. If you want to, then they're talking about international stuff. Like whenever I watch the BBC News, most of it goes over my head. I don't know who they're talking about.
I know. Like
You know.
Norwegian Prime Minister.
And it's probably really embarrassing when they do talk about Trump. They probably
They
make him
hate-
sound like such a shithead.
My mom is British, and she's just like always being like, "Oh my God, what's going on over there? So many terrible things." And what she thinks that we're being like bombarded by the MS-13. Like there's really terrifying news that's being, which we might be doing that, but I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
When you're podcasting, the world's just happening out there, and you're like in a bunker,
Yeah.
just talking about off the top of your head whatever shit you want to talk about. So I'm talking to somebody that works at Comics Unleashed.
Okay.
And this is some official rules of things you can't talk about.
Okay. Tell me.
No political jokes. So did that hurt you at all? Did you have anything political you wanted to say?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No.
No societal buzzwords.
Like homeless?
Is that a buzzword? Is that a cool, hip, trendy thing to say? Unhoused is how you're supposed to say it these
I think
days.
so, yeah.
But no, you can't say words like woke or non-binary because the mastermind behind the show, Byron Allen, he wants it to be timeless. He wants people 20 years from now to be able to watch an episode and not be sitting there going, what's non-binary or what's woke? Like nothing that's really sets it in a specific time.
That's so funny that he thinks non-binary is just gonna be like a trend that passes.
Well, that's another weird thing about it.
That's
is
like, trans people?
I think woke and non-binary are phrases that we're stuck with.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
That's a wild thing to just blow off like that.
Yeah, and no bits tied to something topical.
What does that even mean?
So like if you're like,
Ukraine or
here's my RFK impression. If you just did that.
I did that once. Here's the worm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Ah,
you can't do
dang
that.
it.
RFK is too of the moment. Too topical.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he says all of this is because Byron is very concerned about, playing to the heartland. Like he wants it to be
Interesting. Yeah, he wants
wholesome and also just jokes. You don't have to know anything.
That's why
You
I think
don't
they
have
kept
to
the
be-
butthole. I think the butthole was timeless. You can't go wrong with a butthole.
Well, that's the thing is I'm telling this guy when we're talking about, he says if you swear they'll have to take the whole joke out probably because they don't want to. They'd have to drop the audio on the swear word, and
Yeah.
they're not a fan of that.
Yeah.
So they want it all to seem like it's clean. So like they probably wouldn't even let you get through with a swear word. But then I was telling him that the other night on Colbert, Julie Louis-Dreyfus said jizz gurgling. Yeah. About certain people politically. And
It's so visceral just thinking about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that sailed through. Like that didn't get cut. And that's at 11:30 on CBS. So
There you go.
I don't know what.
I wonder who's
difference it
calling the
makes.
shots there. Who's like jizz gargling? Yes, but let's not say damn it. We can't say damn
Or
it.
no, could you, instead of gargling, would you mind saying gurgling?
Just
Yeah.
gurgling.
Yeah. I've had some weird ones like that in the past, like doing Comedy Central half hours. They used to be really picky about, trying to keep it clean,
Yeah.
but they would, drop the audio on stuff. And I had a joke about a sexual joke where the word they wanted to cut wasn't dick or ass.
Yeah.
It was the word in. It was the penetration aspect of it that bothered them. That was not allowed. You can't talk about putting a dick in an ass, but the dick and the ass, as long as you bleep the in, are okay.
Do you remember the joke?
Yeah, it's this. It was like I presented it like this is an amazing pickup line, and of course it's disgusting, and very rude. And anyone who says it, then I, tell people you got to go out and try this one as soon as possible. And it's, excuse me, miss, my dick just died. Would you mind if I buried it in your ass?
And so
they bleeped in.
dick just died. Would you
Mind
mind
if I buried it? Ass. It was really dumb. And now I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but they have all the old Comedy Central half hours on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked to see if, since it's on streaming, would they just pull all the audio drops, or would that take too much time and effort?
Interesting.
And they just show it as is, like how it aired.
I reckon they might pull the.
They might.
They might.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to go look at it, because also I want to double check and see if they really did that, because that's how I remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
It's been a while. I think that's what happened, is they bleeped the word in.
So did you?
Because I didn't want to change, because they were like, can you change penis? Can you change, dick to penis and a butt to derriere, or whatever the nice word was for it?
That's crazy. Yeah,
It's so dumb. That's what's so dumb about censorship in language, is that the word shit is still not allowed on television. People still act weird when somebody uses it on TV. And yet
feces,
there's
poo-poo.
a million other words that say the same thing, and most of them are funnier.
Caca.
Exactly. Like, it's such a weird game.
Yeah.
To protect the word or keep the word shit out of people's mouths, even though everybody says it. I'm sorry if I'm making a lot of noise with this bottle.
No, it's okay. I was wondering what you were
I'm
doing
going to explain what I'm doing.
We actually have a brand partnership with.
Do you really?
No.
Because that's exactly why I do it. I got in this terrible habit years ago.
Yeah.
Back when I was podcasting and stuff, of just taking the labels off of water bottles, because not that I was looking for a water sponsor,
Yeah.
but just the fact that you're just sitting there giving away free advertising
Oh, that's smart though.
didn't sit right with me.
I always do that. I always usually have a little water bottle with marketing on it.
Yeah, and lots of things like that. Your coffee doesn't, though. That's from is that from a mom and pop place?
It's no, yeah, it actually is kind of independent. It's called Stereoscope. But I don't know if this little pattern, this might be,
Yeah.
They might know what it is, kind of,
Did you really lay into the R in pattern?
Pattern? What was it?
That's how you say it, pattern?
Pattern? What are you talking about?
Pattern.
Pattern. Oh, I don't know. I
think you said pattern. You really let's not forget about this R in pattern. A lot of people just like pattern, and you don't go, what happened
Wait,
to
what
the
did
R?
I say?
It sounded like pattern.
Like Robert Pattern.
But you did it so smoothly that it really did feel like that's just how you say pattern.
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 There's a lot of coffee in this, so that might be why I start to say weird words.
That could be it, yes.
Do you have a word that you always have a hard time saying?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't have a hard time saying it, but I can never get a handle on how to spell diarrhea.
Oh, that's
2 R's, then an H? What is happening?
I think it's like, what is happening? What is happening?
Right.
You know?
There had to be a word that was like just equally baffling and upsetting
Yeah.
to describe it.
So this is what's happening to your system.
Yeah. So diarrhea is hard to spell, but I certainly could say it quite well.
Okay, how do you think you spell it?
I know how to spell it.
Oh, you know how to
But
spell
that's because recently I really put myself to the... I made a whole reel on Instagram where the key word in it was diarrhea. So I had to learn how to spell it and then retype it a bunch of times. Because also it doesn't do spell check when you're captioning a video. It doesn't say, oh, you're spelling diarrhea wrong.
Really?
Yeah, so I really had to double check.
Oh, no.
It's Diarrhea.
And that's from the Latin root. Where does that even come from? I mean, your butt, but yeah.
I don't know. That's most medical terms. Like, I think maybe the first person to diagnose somebody with diarrhea was probably Dr. Diarrhea.
It has to be Dr. Diarrhea.
A lot of it comes from Latin too, though, doesn't it? A lot of medical shit.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I think if you didn't know diarrhea was explosive poop, you might even think it's a nice name.
No, it would certainly. I think if it wasn't for what it actually is, just the sound of it and everything, it would definitely be a popular children's name. Maybe not super popular, but people would do it.
It would be something where
like Delilah.
Yes, Delilah.
Diarrhea.
Yeah.
This is my daughter, Diarrhea.
Diarrhea. She works at
There's already Rias. There's already Dies. So why not a diarrhea? Let's go, America.
I love this name. I also think chlamydia is a nice name.
It does sound fun. And like, it kind of, it sounds a little bit like Lydia, which is a nice name, I think. And then that takes me even further to, there was an episode of The Muppet Show where Kermit sang, Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia, Lydia, the tattooed lady.
Oh.
But change it to chlamydia and it's even a more fun song.
Hit it.
Chlamydia, that encyclopedia. Chlamydia, the tattooed lady.
That actually makes more sense. I've met a few tattoos.
Right, yeah, she probably get a lot of tattoos because once your name's already chlamydia, like, how embarrassed can you get by anything?
Now, Doug, is that your real name?
Yeah, didn't change it for showbiz.
Dang.
Douglas is what they named me. So I have to see that every once in a while with all the official paperwork and stuff. Okay. Credit cards. But other than that, it's never used.
But hear me. So Douglas' middle name is what? Can you say that?
Yeah, Stephen. With a V, not a PH.
Okay, the real way.
I prefer it.
Yeah. Douglas Stephen Benson.
Correct.
You sound like a tycoon.
I know, it is a pretty fancy sounding name when you say all of it. Yeah. When you just go Doug Benson, it's like, okay. Sounds funny. Sounds like a funny person. But yeah, we talk about this a lot on, I have a podcast called Wide World of Dougs, where the initial premise was going to be that me and my friend Doug would just interview people named Doug and just talk about being Dougs. And then we so quickly realized that, the Dougs out there that we could book are boring guests. Yeah. It's not a name that, other than maybe like in the rap world with Dougie Doug and Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
But then also, there's famous Douglases through history, like Douglas MacArthur. Uh-huh. But the name Doug seems to be losing a little steam. And when it is used, it tends to be like in a sitcom, a character I even got auditioned for the show Modern Family, and the character's name was Doug, and I was like, oh, the writers, must have named this character after me, and then they're bringing me in to read for it. And it was just like, it's just a name to give a character that's an annoying goof.
Oh man, yeah.
Guy named John Daly got the part. But it's still fun to audition for it. I mean, it's sad that there's a few popular TV programs that I auditioned for and never got on.
Oh yeah, tell me about those.
I went in, I think 3 times on New Girl.
Oh, okay.
Remember that show?
Yeah, I do.
I went in 3 times. I liked the show a lot. And even after the third time, I became friends just through other, not because I anything to do with the show, but just through comedy. I became friends with the guy on the show, Lamorne Morris. And he was like, oh, I could say something to them, get you on there. I'm like, well, I've auditioned 3 times, so they keep bringing me back. Like, maybe this guy will be a fit for this part, that part. And one of them I'm glad I didn't get, because one of them was somebody that like accidentally glues a hat to their head and then yanks it off. That was like the
Was
bit.
that supposed to be you on that?
I could have gotten that part, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I was glad I didn't get it, because that sounded like an awful makeup job to have to be able to fake pulling your own scalp off.
Oh yeah.
But also I could be remembering this wrong. But then so Lamar was like, I'll do something about it. But that was like the last season, and it ended, and then nothing happened. I'm not mad at him about it or anything.
Yeah.
But but he was like, I'll get you on there. I was like, okay, great. And then it didn't happen. So that was disappointing, that it was just so many tries and just didn't make a match.
That feels like it's supposed to be that way, though. Like, if you try that and then it doesn't work, then you're like, oh, this was never meant to be, right?
I guess so, yeah.
You're not going to date the same person, like, and then you're...
Sure. But the parts are different,
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Each time I go in, the role is different. So, like, they're thinking, well, maybe he can be the guy who pulls his hat off and yanks his hair out of his head. And maybe I just didn't make the right expression when I had to pretend to do it. But wait. Oh, and then Modern Family is a big one for me, because I just love that show, especially for like, if you're on the road and USA Network's doing a marathon late at night,
It's
that's
a good
one
watch.
to just like have on and fall asleep to.
Feel
I think
good.
I've seen almost every episode.
Wow.
But that was one that I was disappointed that I didn't get on. But most of the time, I'm just sitting around disappointed I don't get an audition at all. Like all the years that Seinfeld was on, all my friends did it, and I was just like, I can't even get in to read for this show, because I love getting in to read for minor parts on sitcoms.
Yes.
Because you don't have a lot of lines to memorize, and so you can just be like just attack the brief moment you have. They want someone that's going to get a laugh. You know what I mean? They don't want somebody to come in and not get laughs.
Yeah.
So unless you're really playing somebody just being the straight person playing off of, Kramer, because you can't have 2 Kramers in one scene.
2 N-words in one... I'm just kidding. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. So when you attack, like when you do the read, do you do it as yourself playing this character, or do you really just try to embody the character? Does that make sense?
It depends, because like I didn't have to audition for it, but I got into this weird zone for a brief period of time where people would just ask me to come on and be myself on things.
Okay.
There's this show called You're the Worst, and the creator of the show is just a fan and was, thought it'd be fun to work me into the storyline because it takes place in LA. And so I over 3 seasons, I recurred 5 or 6 times as myself, but as an alternative version of myself, because I'm super successful businessman, but started as a podcaster, but now I have this kind of empire and a TV show called Doug Loves Sketches. And it's this whole thing that plays off of me, and the whole time I was like, are the people that watch the show gonna be that familiar with me that I can be cameo as myself? But also the same thing happened with Trailer Park Boys. I show up in a few episodes of that as myself, and I steal somebody's girlfriend, which is not my normal type of behavior, but it was that's the scenario they wanted me to play. And it was like Curb, where they just set up the scenario and then everybody just improvises.
Oh, that's
cool.
And
so I had to improvise hitting on this woman and stealing her away. I just wanted to show up and be high.
Yeah.
Because that was the initial thing. They're like, it was me and Snoop Dogg and Tom Arnold walk into a bar.
What a crew! That is the craziest. Tom Arnold really is the crazy one in that. I feel like
he was really something. I had this, I was there for a week to shoot all of my scenes and all of his scenes and all of Snoop's scenes. So we were all there for a week, and but Tom Arnold's room at the motel was right next to mine.
Okay.
and he had them put in his room a treadmill.
Oh my God.
That's I mean, I guess if I had money and was famous enough to just ask for ridiculous shit, like
Yeah.
because who knows, maybe he paid for it, but whatever.
Was there a
However, he
treadmill-
got a treadmill in his room.
Was there a treadmill in the hotel area? He just wanted one in his room.
I think he wanted one in his room because, and I don't remember even any workout space at this place, but I'm sometimes I'll overlook the workout space. Usually I'll go look at it in most hotels, mostly because sometimes they'll have like bottles of water sitting there or a cooler that you can refill your own thing
that's
in.
true.
That's
Yeah,
always in the gym. So that's
Yeah.
one reason I go to the gym.
Yeah.
So,
A foam mat.
yeah, but anyway, he's on the goddamn treadmill 24/7.
Wow.
Like when he's in the room, he's on the treadmill. The
Interesting.
guy has so much energy. And
Oh
it's just
my
you could
God.
because you could hear it through the wall, the sound of a treadmill going. I just feel like, oh, he's like a goddamn hamster or something.
Yeah. What? So okay.
He's just like, you know how like when he goes on talk shows and stuff, he'd
He
always
does
be
do
like,
that.
him and Chris Farley had the same thing. So it's funny when I think Chris had to pretend to be Tom in a sketch
Yeah.
on SNL.
And there
They
was-
both do the same thing where they're just like always like so anxious and slapping their own legs. There's only two people I could think of that I know that regularly do that. But
I know a guy who's kind of always on edge. Yeah.
that's just so to put it out there like
I don't know,
that.
but how do you go to bed? Do you
Or
think?
they do this a lot, so
yeah,
it's not
rub
noisy.
thighs. Yeah.
All right.
Or they always kind
all
of
right, Roseanne, whatever you say. But Tom has always been nice to me, I should say. I'm not like trying to be like,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
no,
that
no.
guy's an asshole.
He's got lots of energy.
But he's always been, and when I say he's been nice to me, I just mean that he acknowledges that I exist.
That's good.
Yeah.
Bare minimum, really.
He's aware of me. But, you know, when the pandemic happened,
He was an asshole.
I
No,
let
I'm
my,
just kidding. I'm joking.
he was the worst. He not only didn't wear a mask, he tore them off people's faces. No, during the pandemic, I just, stopped going to get my hair cut because of that. And instead of doing a home cut with my girlfriend or something, I just have never since, what was it, March or April of 2020, I have not been to get my hair cut since. After a lifetime of getting my hair cut like every 3 months, minimum. Every 3 months I'd need to get a haircut.
Yeah.
And so
It's
I don't know
a
if
good
the
hair-
money, I don't know if this money is saving money's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's more like just the idea of going to the place and sitting there and having them do it. All of that, I don't miss it at all.
I know, because I don't know if you feel this way, but it's never the same for me. I never get the same haircut.
Oh no, and you don't. And with women especially, like every woman I've known, when they come home from getting their haircut, it's like an episode of America's Next Top Model. You know, when they force them to cut their hair short. Because they're always going to get it. They're always going to cut a little too much.
Yeah.
They always
Or
cut a
like-
little more than what you wanted them to, or uneven bangs or whatever.
Yeah, something's happened. And then if you're the guy in that and you don't say, oh, your hair looks good. Like, because I was, every woman, if they have a boyfriend, they expect you guys to know right away that we got our hair cut.
Right. Well, I'm lucky that I live with my girlfriend because, she's like, I'm going to get my hair cut. So I don't have to.
You know,
I don't have to notice it. I don't have to be like, she comes home, go, oh, what? Okay. That looks good. Good.
okay.
No, don't. The bangs are perfect. No, but it's true though. It's such a precise art form, or not even art form, just job where the person cutting your hair just gets to decide, just do it wrong.
And that's it's totally
You
true.
know what I mean? You can't send it back to the kitchen.
No,
you can't go,
glue
this
it
isn't
back.
hot enough. There's not enough bacon. No,
Yeah.
you have to be like, now I got to wait for it to grow back.
This is who I am now.
And it's going to grow back uneven.
Uh-huh.
So I got to find somebody else who's not going to do this to me.
You are preaching
For
to the choir.
insane prices.
$300.
So much money
I had my hair fucked recently.
just to get a trim.
Just to get a trim.
Is $100 in this town.
I know. Just to have them examine your hair
Yeah.
and say it's bad. They're just examining it like
There's
a
somebody
doctor.
to tell me how bad my hair is.
And look, I mean, I did my hair today for you. I don't know if
You
you
did?
Yes.
Me too.
Did you do it?
I brushed it.
Did you brush
I
it?
brushed it real good. But then I always just chicken out and throw a hat on because I don't know. I just feel.
But you've got really good hair.
I do appreciate that. Like I can do that, and then underneath there's hair because a
Could you
lot of
imagine?
times when a guy's got a hat like. Where a guy's wearing a hat all the time. You know the funniest person to me is, do you know Josh Wolf?
I do know Josh Wolf.
He has got a perfectly good head of hair.
Uh-huh.
Probably to this day. I haven't seen him with his hat off lately, but always had a really good head of hair, never not in a baseball hat.
Oh, that's
Never not
interesting.
wearing one. So
Yeah.
like for the first few years I knew him, I was just like, oh, he's hiding a mess under there.
Something's going on.
He's really, he's committed to the hat.
Yeah.
And then one day I said something to him about it. He took it off. He's got perfectly good hair.
You know, Amir K has beautiful hair too.
Oh my God. I was just sometimes with my fashion choices
Yeah.
and this hair,
Yeah.
I'm like, feel like I'm Amir's like grandfather or something. I feel so weird. Like when he and I, like sometimes, like one time we were doing sets at the Improv and we were going to come over here to the store and we rode over here together. We got out of the car together. I'm just like, what do people think of us having such a similar look going on?
You guys both have a beautiful locks.
Right, but his are prematurely gray.
I know he's got that.
He's
beautiful
crazy
little strip.
early gray, and mine are very late gray because it's not that gray yet. Still,
Oh, interesting.
there's some in there for sure.
You've
Oh,
got
it really
little
looks like it under that light.
strands of gray.
Yeah.
Wow.
And down here, it's like brown on the ends, like a lighter brown.
Maybe I think women would pay big money for the color that you got right now. I do believe that.
But I can't. That's the thing about this hair that I have now is that and women feel this all the time. You get out of the shower, you blow dry it, comb it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it, for whatever reason, that day, humidity, whatever, it doesn't fall together right.
It never
doesn't
falls.
look right.
Look
And then
at this.
it's so hard to start over again.
So bad. You're like, do I take a shower again?
Yeah, you got to go through the whole thing again
I
to
know.
try to hit it right the next time.
But you know what? When you do have that one day where your hair is flowing, it's light, it's just breezy.
Yeah.
In the sky, you feel like a goddess.
No, it is fun to like I like with Uber rides, I roll the window down and they look
Yeah.
at me like, but I've got air conditioning. I'm like, I don't care.
I'm a dog in the wind.
The air conditioning doesn't come at me hot enough. I do feel like I have a lot of dog traits, and the putting my head out the
You
window
eat
is
off the
definitely
floor.
one of them. That too. Eat off the floor, biting people I don't like.
Yes. Do you know what type of dog you would be if you Can I
I
guess
haven't
what type of
thought
dog?
it through, but yeah, go ahead and guess. I'll probably just agree with you.
No, you have okay, maybe. I'd say a Labrador of some sort.
Oh, okay.
I'd say brown lab.
All right. I'd take that, but I think it's something a little bit shorter and fatter.
Okay. Like one
Maybe
of
a
those
sheepdog
Oh,
would be fun.
that would be great.
Oh man, just get together with a nice shepherd and go out and run a flock.
You're really thinking lifestyle choice, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I have a question for you.
Yeah, tell me.
You were on another podcast prior to this one, and then that ended, or you left it to do this.
Yeah.
Is it you can't talk about it?
No, we could talk about it. This is probably good juice for the app.
Oh, okay. Because I was, I did, a little bit of research and was, entertained by the concept of a show called Side Boob.
Yes, side boob.
But is that still a thing without you, or is it not a thing at all?
It's not a thing anymore, unfortunately. There's been a lot of people asking what happened to it, and what happened was I killed him. No, Mikey was my other co-host,
Yeah.
and we had a little bit of a falling out because there were romantic feelings that got involved.
Oh no,
Yes,
the worst.
and then I was like, we should keep it professional, and it just couldn't, and it just couldn't.
That's hard to sustain.
It's hard to sustain. I mean, I wanted it to continue because I really liked our dynamic. And,
Sure.
but then it just got too weird. I don't know. And
Yeah,
it was hard
no,
to do.
when those lines get crossed, it's like it's frustrating that things change.
Yeah, it
but
was
they
really
do.
sad.
You
I
know,
know.
Every once in a while, I guess you could get through it, especially if like that became sort of what the show was about, was these two don't see eye to eye on what their relationship should be.
Yes. Yeah.
But you didn't, if you don't want that, then what, then you just have to sit there and pretend like everything's cool.
That was like the last, if anyone is listening, which I don't know if you are, but if they're...
You brought me in here to have no one listen?
No, Doug, I swear, there's people listening. I swear to God, 5 people in Barstow are listening. No, the last couple episodes of Side Boob, you can get. We were trying really hard to like just keep it friendly, but there just felt like there was a weird energy there where it was like we were trying. Before in the earlier episodes, we had fun. Like it was just platonic. We were just shooting the shit, and then it just became a little bit odd by the end of it. So yeah, that was a bummer. And I really wanted to keep it. And I hope that one day we can...
Well, doing something like that, you could have brought the two of you closer together into a point where some sort of other kind of relationship happened. Yeah. But unfortunately, when people are running at different speeds...
Yeah.
Or one is just completely stopped and not willing to move at all.
Yeah.
That gets... That gets to be bad.
I know, but you never think it's gonna end. Like I was so sad,
right? But then you look at Sonny and Cher.
What happened with them?
Lots of things.
It was mostly
so many things.
So many things happened, right?
I am so it used to be. I guess it probably still is a thing, but it used to be that celebrities would get married like crazy. Like some of our most famous actresses were in 7 or 8 marriages over the course of their lives. Like Elizabeth Taylor. And it was like such a thing. It used to just be a thing where, I guess it's just because you can live together, or you could Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn it and never tie the knot, but have kids.
Pamela Anderson got married like loads of times.
Yeah, but she's like the last vestiges of that. Like, you know what I mean? None of our current pop stars are like, oh, she gets married a lot, or movie stars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, but Nicole Kidman's like, she's in the hunt now. She could go for probably husband number 4, maybe, or 3, because she was married to Tom Cruise, right? And then Keith Urban.
Yeah.
Was there anybody in between those two? I think she just dated people. I lost track
after that. I think after you get to 2, I'm out. I think that's where I'm at. I'm like, that's how I feel about my parents.
Well, Keith Urban just ended, so now she's out there. Who knows what's going to happen?
She's on the loose.
Yeah,
good for her.
She's she not only works a lot.
Yeah.
She also works with. She'll just say yes to a script just because it was written by or directed by a woman.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Well, some of them don't turn out so great, but that's going to be true if she says yes to some random man.
That's true.
You just don't know. There's so much that goes into a movie. She just wants to know that she could show off that she still has a hot body and
she does.
Likes to get her fuck on.
Baby boy, is that what we're talking about?
She's never not having sex. If she's in a movie, there's going to be sex scenes.
That's kind of awesome, though.
I think.
I'm
trying to think of one now that maybe she didn't have sex in, but I can't think of one.
Stepford Wives. No.
Well, that was like a PG-13 or something, so there probably wasn't anything graphic in that. But she still had to be in a bikini or a
tiny little dress,
bra or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think what I want to say about the marriage part is, have you been married before?
Not at all.
Okay. I have. I was married once.
Yeah, how'd it go?
Bad. I'm not married anymore.
I was married once. Like, did you split up? Yeah, that's why I said once.
I was married once.
Because can you imagine asking somebody, are you married? Yep, once. That's their answer. And you're still married? Yeah.
Yes.
I've just married the one. And we're still together, so once.
Yeah. Once we're still going. Yeah. But no, that ended. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to do it again.
Right. It's just too much.
It's too
and
much.
it's not necessary.
I just don't think so.
Who are you going to meet that's going to insist on being married? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You meet people like this though.
they do exist. I mean, there's men that want to, put a ring on it but that's part of the insecurity of like, I got to make sure, trad wife. I got to make sure that everybody knows that this is my wife. I can't just have a girlfriend.
I gotta lock her up, pin her down.
Yeah, and so I think that's what that's about. But then then the trade off is the woman can get stuff out of it, like money, health insurance, whatever. If but if they're both making money, that's marriage is silly.
How long have you been with your girlfriend for?
8 years.
Okay. And never has the conversation of marriage. You're just like
the conversation very early on was her saying, "I don't ever want to get married," and me saying, "I do absolutely on board with that."
I do agree.
I've told her that I would certainly consider it if she changed her mind, but as it stands, we're both happily unmarried.
That's great. That's great. I think that
and no kids, because that's the other thing is maybe you get married because when you have kids, then the finances and the insurance and all that stuff can come into play with the children.
Yeah.
Maybe being single, maybe still being each single would screw up your, I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. Because it seems like if you're a single parent and you have kids, you should be able to have insurance.
I don't know if I want a kid though.
Well, there you go. So that's like another reason to not get married is that you're not even in the, I just saw Anna Kendrick in a post on Instagram saying, marriage or not marriage, having children is not on the table for me. I'm not remotely interested.
I know.
And I want more women to come out and say that.
I think I'll say it right now.
Yes, please say it on your own podcast. Make some news.
I hope someone's listening to this. For people, I'm not interested in having kids today.
Oh, today?
Oh, no, I mean ever.
Oh, okay.
Today, ever. Today, ever.
Yeah, because she sounded like she was on board forever. Forever. So now anytime she's, in a relationship with somebody and it doesn't work, I'm just going to go, oh, he wanted kids.
Yeah.
That's what went wrong.
That's a good place to be. I think that in my heart, like in my 20s, I was like, oh, I want to be a mom. Like when I was in early 20s. But
sure.
Now I'm 34 and I'm like, I want to be a dad. I don't want to be a mom. Like, I just don't want to be around.
Sure.
For kids.
So what about maybe, get together with a woman and then you could be the dad and she could be the mom.
Oh yeah, there's always that.
She could carry the baby.
She could carry. No, I want to be absent dad like mine. I just don't need to have that at all.
That's the life you can just live every day.
Yeah.
By just never having kids in the first place.
Yeah, but I do feel
be as negligent of them as you want.
Totally.
If they don't exist.
Totally. I love that vibe. I do think I'm nurturing, but maybe towards animals. I can have more. I have rabbits at home. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the life expectancy on a rabbit these days? 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
Do any die unexpectedly, or they really hang in that whole 12?
12 plus.
Oh, that's great.
Penelope is almost 13.
When I was a teenager, I was I'd do magic shows at kids' parties and at, local adult events as well. Adult events. I can't think of, not Shriners, but like one of those kind of clubs. I would do shows at, like the Elks Club. That's
like Cantor's Deli.
Yeah. No, the Elks Club. I would do magic and so I'd have this, bit where you light fire in a pan and the rabbit's hidden in the lid. And when you put the pan, when you put the lid on, it puts the fire out immediately. It just immediately snuffs it out.
Yeah.
So the rabbit doesn't get cooked or whatever. Yeah. And then you open it up and there's a rabbit there. Closing, I could be the shittiest magician in the world, but at a kid's party, if you produce a rabbit as the last thing and they all get to run over and pet it, you're golden.
That's the ultimate closer.
They are so happy.
Yeah.
But we lived in a really hot part of San Diego called El Cajon, and we had this hutch that we kept them in the backyard, and we just get too hot for them. We couldn't keep them out there because they'd just die.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So what
I'm sitting there
happened?
going, it's supposed to be 12 years.
Yeah.
And you get one 90-degree day and you're out. But yeah, they don't respond
They
well
don't
to
respond well to
super
the
hot
heat.
temperatures. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had so many rabbits. I started with 2, they mated, then I had 7. And then they got what was equivalent to like COVID. I got 5 of them got COVID, rabbit COVID,
No.
and they passed away. So
Damn.
that was really sad. But then they kept, then the 2 reproduced again because they'll just keep going and going and going.
They don't sit around and mourn.
Never. They just keep having children. But right now, I have one named Blueberry, one's Penelope, and one's Fluffin. And then my ex-husband has 2. He got them in the custody. Well, he got the 2. He got the 2 other rabbits.
So this the dissolution of this marriage was recent?
Yeah, maybe just about a year, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Had you started the side boob at that point?
We started side boob. Yeah, we started it like maybe 6 months after I.
So that's what happened. Is he like, you were taken
Yeah.
and he could keep it cool.
Yeah.
And then once you were single.
I know, but I was like, dude, I'm recently divorced. I can't be that for you.
Give me a break.
Just let me be.
Let me just hang out
I know.
without that pressure.
Without the pressure of being a boyfriend or anything. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool.
Well,
But
we've all been there.
We've all had.
We can all sympathize with his
Yeah.
situation.
And we're emotional people. Humans have
Yeah.
emotions.
But let's just sit here and I'll think of him and hope that he finds some stupid bitch.
He did. He did.
He did already.
He did. And he brought her.
I can't believe I'm feeling bad for
No,
him.
here's the real tea. Let's get to no. So after all of this, he brought her, this woman he's seeing. I don't know if he's still seeing her, but he brought her to the comedy store after all this, and they went around town and went to the comedy store one day while I was working. He didn't know I was going to be working, but I was working, and I was like, this is great. It just became so frustrating where I was like, you made it a big deal and now you're dating someone else. It was all very weird. And she's hot. She's very hot.
Oh, well, that might be
gorgeous.
like a 80s rom-com scenario. He might have paid her to
you
come
think
to the
so?
comedy store
Yes.
and make you jealous.
Oh, man. I mean, he did it. He did it.
Success.
Accomplished. So, yeah. But I hope one day we'll be able to be friends again. But, do you have friends with women you have a girlfriend, so that's easy for you.
Well,
to
yeah, I do
that.
have, that's one of the benefits of stand-up comedy is like, because I don't know if I would be straight up friends with women if it wasn't like because I see them all the time at work,
Yeah.
Like I'm not striking up friendships with women that aren't comedians. Try not to, unless it's like a couple's, like if we're both becoming friends with that person.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend meet somebody
Yeah.
and then become friends with them. That of course has happened a bunch of times over the years.
Yeah, of course. You're out at a CVS and you're like, Samantha.
Did you, in your divorce, how did you divide the friends? Did you have
we
any
didn't have
friends
any
that have to choose sides?
No friends, just rabbits. That
Wow.
was the big thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he is a chef, so we were both chefs when we met, but he had his work and then I had comedy, so it was all very kind of, and we're so broke, so we didn't really have it. We still don't have assets, so it was a very clean separation.
That's good.
We were renting an apartment, and then he just got another one. Very cash. It was very cash.
No, he doesn't want to still keep half of the apartment.
No, yeah. But we were actually living in the same, because we live in a studio, and we were living in the same studio for like 6 months after the separation. So that was weird.
Oh, awkward.
Yeah, that was weird. Because there was no room. We just had a floor together. Like, we just had the one room.
Yeah.
So,
Now we're roommates for a bit.
I know. And now we got to like not see each other naked. I don't know what the deal was. Well, we weren't really seeing each other naked anyway, but that was long gone. But
Oh, man.
yeah, doors are
At
important.
least you can laugh about it.
Yes, yeah.
Does he, did he then or now bristle at you like talking about him in your stand-up?
No, he's a Scottish guy. I think Scotsmen have pretty good sense of humor when it comes to comedy. He's never really like been like, oh, don't talk about this, or
Yeah.
he's
And
always
so
been,
now you can speak honestly about the divorce and
Yeah.
not worry about his feelings.
yeah, not really. I only because he is a really good person, so I would never really. There's nothing bad I have to say about him. He's a little bit gay, but other than that, no, he's not. He's bi, but we're all bi, I guess. Are you bi?
I don't think so, but it's true. But I think people just don't.
They just don't know.
They don't confront themselves enough.
Yeah. You gotta look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do the was it Tom Arnold?
Tom Arnold hands
Tom
on the
Arnold.
legs. Yeah, it's becoming more, or at the very least, more people are acknowledging that's there in them.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten there yet.
A lot of guys I know are adamantly straight.
Right. Well, that's the thing is like, especially at my age, I've just been, it's been hammered into me to just be adamantly straight. And that like, that's what's so funny is who got in trouble for, Jim
Epstein?
Marco said, called somebody on Instagram the C word.
Oh.
And then it was their avatar wasn't very clear. It was like a character that was like a male character. So he called that person a C word thinking he was speaking to a man. And so everybody was like, whoa, that was too harsh. That person's a woman. And he goes, okay, I take it back. I wouldn't say that to a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, but if the word is still effectively anti-woman when you say it to a man.
Yeah, totally.
You're basically saying you're like a woman.
Yeah.
But you could just as easily call them a cock.
A cock.
Show my hat.
There you go.
Close up of my hat.
You could call them a cock. But what if you called a cock to a woman?
That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Shut
Don't
up,
be a
you cock. That just doesn't make any sense at all. It seems so weird. That's also what's weird about it is the crossover the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Misogyny.
Like calling a man a bitch is hilarious.
Yeah. Calling
That
a woman-
works.
Yes. Well, we said this in the last. I don't know if there's a male equivalent to a bitch.
No, it's jerk, dick.
Motherfucker.
You have to say it like that, though.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, there's just not. It's really wild that, that's the thing is the white man doesn't have the ultimate, like doesn't have the top bad, and none of the top bad words apply specifically to men, whereas the N word and the C word are very specifically aimed at specific
Gender racist.
people.
Yeah. Yes.
But with men, you got nothing to come back with.
White men specifically, right?
Peckerhead.
Pecker.
White trash, redneck.
Cracker.
They all have no weight.
Saltine.
They have no.
Ritz bits.
Because it's almost like a word. The word has to be like used repeatedly by racists, but also by people taking it back. Owning it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that
community.
constant argument. Like Bill Cosby used to always be like, black comics shouldn't use the N word, and then plenty of other comics have said, screw that.
Yeah.
And say it a lot. And, it's
Yeah, that's an interesting. I don't know if I'm. Do you think if you're racist, you're also kind of a misogynist? Because I've never met like a racist that isn't also hate women.
it'd be kind of weird to be like, yeah, absolute, just gentleman to the ladies and then racist. But I guess I could see it like in the South or so, like a man on a plantation with a twirly mustache.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think. That
I just think once you own slaves, you're probably
Hate women.
not very nice to to the women in your life. Once you're already that evil,
Yeah.
and that casual evil, like that like anybody ever thinks, no, this isn't a bad thing to do.
Yeah, you're
This
not
is
like
normal.
I hate Asians, but also I'm pro not wage gap or something. I feel like those pro not yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Words can be tricky.
Okay. Well, we've got about 5 minutes left, but can I ask you my big question?
Is that that's the premise? What do you say the premise of this show is? That you sit down with somebody and eventually ask them a big question?
Basically.
Yeah, I like it.
We do the whole episode, and then at the
And then
end,
at the end, here's the big question. It's smart because, a big question already sounds like something I might not want to answer. And so closing with it's nice because I can't get up and walk out on the question because it's at the end anyway.
yeah. And
You know what I mean? I can't cut the interview short.
It's the rabbit.
You should just blurt it out after you've said your goodbyes. You should just turn to the guests and ask them like something really serious, so they can either just get up and leave or stick around and answer the question.
It's kind of a brilliant idea. I kind of just hijack them with a
Right,
final,
right at the last minute.
You're like, did you ever love your mother?
Well, I can answer that one. Yes.
Okay.
That's not that hard.
That wasn't the question. Though.
No.
Okay. The big question is, what do you think about Israel? No. I'm not gonna. The big question. Sorry, Yosef. He's Jewish. The big question is, do you have what's your biggest fear?
Oh, damn. It sounds stupid, but right now, you're asking a serious, hard-hitting question when you hear the straw hitting the bottom of the plastic cup sound. Almost sounds like a bong, little tiny bong. What was the question?
Your biggest fear.
Oh yeah, is this a dodge to say uncertainty is my biggest fear?
Oh, interesting.
Because I just don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to New Orleans in a couple days, and playing a club there this weekend called Sports Drink, and it's just weird knowing I'm going to a place that they just announced is past the point of no return. New Orleans within a couple of decades is going to be unlivable because it's going to be underwater.
Oh my god.
Like they're saying within a few decades.
Yeah.
Like, by what is this now? Well, I'm hearing different things, but the main point is it's past the point of no return. So everyone living there has to start thinking, well, do I move now? Do I wait? Do I never move and just hope it works out?
But Titanic, really, they're like all playing the little fiddle on the Titanic.
That's why I feel it's weird going there to do comedy.
Yeah.
Like it was just announced this whole place is sinking. But here are my jokes that I brought from California.
Yeah. What are your jokes? Do you have any topical jokes?
Like, is it sad to bring up in New Orleans that it's going to be underwater?
Ooh.
Or are they just sort of like, well, it's still, 20, 30 years away.
Well, they've been saying
How
that
sad can we get about it?
Yeah. Venice has been like that for a minute, right?
Oh, really? They think it's going to be underwater?
Oh, yeah. They've been telling us that Venice, Italy has been going underwater for a while. And
I thought you meant Venice, California.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, I've never heard this. Where did you get this? There's so much beach between Venice and the water.
It's coming. They're taking it. The ocean is taking Venice.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Venice, Italy. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for a while. And honestly, you go to Venice and you think, it's going to happen soon. Because it's all the buildings are just kind of sinking.
How often have you been to Venice?
Not very often. Maybe a couple years. Maybe 15 years ago.
Oh, you went once?
I went once. Yeah.
Well, 15 years ago, you were like, this place is sinking.
It might
this
be
place
gone.
is going to be gone soon. I better enjoy it while I can.
So maybe that's what New Orleans is going to.
But uncertainty because, I got through it okay, and it wasn't, it was worse for a lot of other people, but still, like something like COVID coming along, and just like changing all of our lives. Like I wasn't worried about something like that before it happened, but now it's just another thing on my list of things like, well, when that happens, what's going to happen? Yeah. And now, especially living in Southern California, the wildfire thing is like probably going to continue to be an issue and maybe get worse. We got really lucky this January. The weather was perfect for not having wildfires. So we lucked out on that front. But, there's just like, when I was a kid, I worried about dying. And, I think my main fear was earthquakes. And then now as an adult, both of those don't bother me nearly as much as just not knowing what the fuck is going to happen next. What's the next thing?
Yeah.
That's going to be, we've got to work around this. We've got to figure out a way to live with this. Like, is this stupid hantavirus going to really take off? Because
oh my gosh,
keeps feeling like the same sort of things we heard in early days of COVID.
I know.
A couple people have it in this one place. We're looking at it.
I know. And we're like, there's nothing going to...
They're world travelers. They've been to 15 countries.
Started on a
They've
cruise.
got this thing. Yeah, cruise ships and the whole deal. Like, I'm supposed to do a couple of cruises next year, and I love doing them.
Yeah.
I love like rock cruises and comedy cruises, but you know, there's that extra new thing of like, well, if people are getting this disease on cruise ships, I'm worried.
Cruise ships, I feel like the incubators for a lot of these
But
things.
you could also, you know, part of the issue with cruise ships, I think, is I think when people do get sick, it's because they let their guard down, because the cruise ship personnel are constantly wanting to spray your hands and clean your hands. Like when you come in and out of the buffet, you know, washy, they say.
Yeah. Is that a Filipino?
I think it is. Well, I think it's international, because the people that work on cruise ships are from all over the world.
Yeah.
So like they could just learn washy,
Yeah.
and then after they spray your hands, I know it's crazy. I feel so it feels weird being so into it, but because then after they spray your hands, they go happy. And you know, it's it's cheerful, but also it does feel like they must, you know, maybe they don't hate themselves. Maybe they really enjoy doing it.
White man, washy.
Last cruise I did, there was a guy with a guitar
Oh, God.
singing a washy song, and then he'd spray you.
Happy?
Yeah,
Oh,
washy, happy. Yeah, the whole song. But I'm just saying that, like, and in the bathrooms it says, oh, you know, use one of these tissues to open the handle when you leave.
Yeah.
And just they're constantly reminding you that if you keep your hands clean and, you know, make out with the right people, you should be fine.
Diarrhea and chlamydia won't happen. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I only got sick on one cruise one time, and I think it was more like I just happened to have the flu at the same time that I was on a cruise.
Okay.
You know, like I got on board a little sick.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm really good at, you know, I haven't had any issues.
Oh, I mean, I think I've been on one cruise, and it was very sanitary, and everything was really good. I mean, the only thing I would say is that poop cruise. I don't know if you ever saw that.
That's just like, that is such an isolated
Freak accident.
nightmare, but at the same time,
Poop cruise.
just the idea could happen again. Like that was so wild, and then just how people behaved. Like the whole thing was so terrible. And also the documentary, I had heard every detail before I saw the documentary, so it was just like, well, do I want to see it with my eyes? You know, after, you know, and I saw, you know, they were posting on social media, you know, there were TikToks of the poop rising, the poop levels rising.
Do you remember the red bags that
Yeah.
they just had to shit in?
Yeah, everybody just shit in bags, and it's brutal. Because also the immediate caste system that goes into play, because everybody had to move up a few decks, but the people that had the nicest, you know, balcony
interesting.
rooms probably also had the best run during that situation.
Yeah, you're right.
Because at least they had a bigger room and a balcony.
Yeah.
You know, they were starving and, you know, had to
them
shit in a
eat.
bag. But other than that,
They were fine.
because that's the other thing is as soon as they told people stop using the toilets, people still use the toilets, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I think I would have. Don't you think?
Yeah, like got in one last one.
Yeah, get me in there.
I don't even have to shit. I'm going to run to the buffet real quick, get some sandwiches. Because that's the other thing. They had to line up for hours to get a shitty sandwich.
But then they had the shitty sandwich, but then they're like, okay, we don't have food, but we're going to open the bar. Do you remember that?
And then they let people drink.
And then people were like
Puking everywhere.
Puking and shitting.
The both ends cruise.
Both ends. And it was hilarious, that documentary, because the interviewees were just like everyone you would expect to be on that, I don't know, that Carnival cruise. Like they just looked like they would, I don't know how to
That poor
say.
girl is there with her dad.
Oh, that was sad. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's go have a nice vacation, father and daughter.
Yeah.
Go through that.
And they played the sad music when they were like, yeah.
But there was the thing about the documentary is I feel like they just chose 4 or 5 people to talk to about it and just kept going back to them throughout the whole thing.
Totally.
And there was like 2,000 people on the ship. So like, were those the ones with the best personalities? Because their stories weren't necessarily that unique in most
weren't that
cases.
great.
They were just like, I came on a cruise with my friends.
These are my
and then this
bachelorette
happened.
party.
Yeah.
It didn't feel that great, but I think the other ones were like, we can't be associated. Maybe
Right. Maybe some people just like, I can't even talk about it because I'm so
the shit is
so
still,
damaged by it.
Oh God. What
so
a story.
triggering. Trigger is probably a word you can't use on Comics Unleashed.
Trigger. Yeah.
Or trigger.
yeah. Well,
This is a great third episode, I have to say.
I thought so,
I haven't
too.
heard the other two, but
Yeah,
I
this
really
is the
think
best
you've
one.
topped yourself already.
I think you led most of it, and let us like everything you talked about was really helpful.
No, but you were never sitting there with nothing to. It's not like I just kept talking because you weren't contributing.
Oh, thank
You know
you.
what I mean? It wasn't like you just sat there listening to me.
Yeah, give and take.
It wasn't like the Adam Carolla show.
No, I've never. Is it the Man Show?
No, just when he hosts anything.
Oh,
He
really?
does all the talking.
He does all the time.
That was a joke.
We can keep it.
I'm having fun with Adam.
I've been in a lot of relationships where that they talk at me.
Right.
So it's nice
Well, I
to have.
apologize if I did that.
Yeah. That's my first marriage. No, I'm just kidding. I actually did a lot of the talking in that one, but anyway, he's okay. And but uncertainty. I was gonna try to come up with like a nice little bow to the uncertainty, but I think I agree with you on that. But the fear of uncertainty.
Do people? I know this is only 3 episodes in, but this is something to look out for.
Okay.
Do people immediately want to know your worst fear when you ask them that?
Oh,
And then will the listeners get sick of hearing what your worst fear is every time?
no one really asks me what it is because my fears kind of change from day to day. If I'm
Okay,
being
good.
honest. Yeah.
So you could just say that
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah, like to
What's your fear today?
dying alone.
Okay.
But
And
maybe
you
they'll
think that'll go away tomorrow?
I hope so.
Meet somebody tonight. What are you doing tonight?
I hope
You got a
so.
set somewhere?
No, I got a set. Or no, I'm working here tonight.
What do you do when you work here?
I just take out the trash and seat people.
Oh, you're a bouncer?
Yeah. They put me in security during Netflix as a joke. I mean, that was a joke.
That's funny. But you're with some other.
No,
You were what was keeping the rabid fans
Yes.
from getting to.
Yes.
Who's the most famous person that came by here during
Well,
it?
everyone was there. On Sunday, they put me. It wasn't the whole time. They put me out there for 25 minutes, and Shane Gillis.
Someone was on a break.
Oh yeah, they went on break, and they're like, "Kat, will you hold down the fort?" And I was like, "Probably not." And this guy, do you know Draymond Green?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who he was.
Sure.
So his security guards, huge, I was supposed to close off the patio, and they came in. They're like, "Hey, can we take drinks?" I was like, "Unfortunately, no. The patio's closed." And they're like, "Oh, it's Draymond Green," and I was like, "Okay,
Cool. Sounds great.
yeah."
Sounds like a really cool name.
Yeah. And then my manager heard, and he was like, "No, you guys can come in," but I don't know. I'm not supposed to be back.
Did you ever go to the Netflix that nightly party across the street?
No, I didn't go. Did you go?
I went one night. You can't have a +1.
Oh,
So I was out one night with my girlfriend. And I said, "Well, let's just swing by because if you show up there, you get a swag bag.
oh, cool. What is that? What was in it?
It's got a hat
Okay.
and a jacket, and they both don't say Netflix is a joke festival. Clearly, like it's written in this weird font in a circle, and in the middle of it says Comedy Club or something like that.
Oh, that's
I
weird.
didn't care for the design very much. I don't know what was wrong with their red cube that says
is the red-
is
yeah.
Netflix is a joke. Just put that small on a nice jacket. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Or just on the back even. I like things that are just on the back because then I could just forget about it and move on with my life and never see it.
Yeah. So I have a back tattoo. I feel that way.
People ask less about, well, what's that on your back,
Yeah.
But I went over there, and so, we knew there was going to be food and drinks and a swag bag. So I wanted to get the bag. And I was like, "Honey, wait out here. I'll be right out." So she was just hanging out in front, looking at her phone.
Yeah.
And I went in, and they had really good food laid out. Like you could make your own tacos. They had
good.
beef and chicken and some other kind of real fancified. And then they had some some vegetable quesadillas, and so they had all this stuff that I was like, "Oh man, I wish my girlfriend could be in here with me."
Yeah.
And then I look over, and they've got a popcorn machine, and they've got about this big little buckets to put your popcorn in.
Oh.
And I was like, "Hello."
Yeah.
And so I just filled those up with food and took it outside, and we just stood on the sidewalk and ate a bunch of the party food.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah, she couldn't get a drink. I got a drink while I was in
You should
there.
have gotten a drink in those little popcorn.
Oh, that would have been. Those are they're paper. So we're just
Drink up,
gone,
honey.
we're just gone right through it. I learned the hard way a long time ago when I was doing Last Comic Standing. We would, they'd take us on this dumb little bus, like it was supposed to be super demeaning. That we had like the short bus. We're mentally okay, great. So they'd put us in the short bus and drive us around to different places, and they would go so far, like because we were based at Universal Studios. But one day we went to the Coliseum. One day we went to Santa Monica. One day we went down to Anaheim to that jousting place.
Oh yeah.
Medieval Times.
Yeah, Medieval Times.
Yeah, one time we went there. And
Yeah.
so we just went all these far-flung places. So there's long-ass rides in a stupid school bus.
Yeah.
So I'd get a vodka tonic at the bar, but then pour it into a paper coffee cup.
Yeah.
But every time I'd have to drink it pretty fast because it immediately starts eating through the cup. The vodka.
Of course.
It immediately eats through it,
Starts
starts
to seep.
dripping. Yeah, like why is your drink dripping?
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
but
it.
I was having vodkas on every bus ride.
I
and,
bet.
And some of the other comics too.
Good.
But I won't say their names because they've got their own problems and I don't want to get dragged into it.
Yeah. Weird.
I'll tell you when we stop. It really is two comics that both have been quite controversial for different reasons.
Oh, Cosby was there? No.
No, he was not a contestant in season 7 of what season was I on? 5 maybe of Last Comic Standing. But I didn't watch any of Funny AF. Did you?
No, I didn't. No.
But I knew Caitlin Palufo.
Yeah, she's great.
She's really great, and
Yeah.
I didn't know comedians at her level were doing it. I thought it was more of a
Younger.
amateur thing or
Yeah.
newer comics, but she's established.
Yeah, she's established.
And so I'm guessing the guys that came in first and second are pretty established already too.
Totally. Ron Taylor, the winner, and then Usama Siddiqui, I believe. They're all very established.
Did you audition for it?
I did. I made it to the interview, but then I had to pass a psych evaluation.
No. What?
The
Why?
psych evaluation, I don't know.
Because they just do stand up and get evaluated, right? It's not like they have to live together or.
Yeah.
It's not like a real reality show.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of vocal about just, I talk. I don't really, I'm not, I think Netflix maybe wanted more of like a cleaner I don't know. I'm not talking crazy stuff, but.
Right, but they definitely had, I guess, their own restrictions of the kinds of things they could say.
I think so. Yeah, that's the vibe that I got. That maybe I wasn't as like clean cookie cutter as they wanted me to be.
Yeah.
And
What about America's Got Talent?
I've never tried out for that one, but
That might be fun.
You think so?
Yeah, because sometimes you just end up, you get kicked off right away, but you get, a few minutes on NBC with those dumbass judges judging you.
Maybe I'll do that.
Like, did you see when Erica Rhodes was on there?
I love
It went
her.
pretty good for her.
Yeah, she's great, but she feels cleaner to me than I am.
Yeah, but
She's
she
very-
her stuff was a little, had a little spice to it.
Did it?
That's what the judges responded to.
Okay.
She just doesn't use hard, dirty words as that much. She didn't. Which how could you be in front of Simon Cowell and not say that?
I mean, that's not a bad word in England. I don't.
No,
think.
that's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
he'd be like, yeah, damn
You're
right,
right.
I'm a.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it. Is that what he sounds like? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
That's how my mom sounds. My mom's British. so
Right.
yeah.
So you're doing her though.
Yeah.
He sounds a little different, right?
Fuck. What does he say? He's not.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Well, welcome to Hollywood. But he's
Welcome
more
to
of an
Hollywood.
Aristocratic, like. he's
Yeah,
got
it
more
almost sounds like he's not British. He's just pretending.
pretending, and Randy Jackson's like, "You going to Hollywood?"
Have you ever seen Name That Tune hosted by Jane Krakowski? Randy Jackson sits at the piano
Yeah.
during the whole show
Yeah.
because she's like, how many notes do you need to name this song? And they bid, and then he plays the notes, ding 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 ding, and then they guess, oh, that's from The Exorcist or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And or no, that was Close Encounters, I think. Bing bing bong bong bing. So so he sits at the piano and does that. That's his job, but he's also the show's hype man. And there's two contestants going up against each other. And so at one point or another, Jane will just turn to Randy and go, Randy, well, you got any advice for these two? And he'll be like, you seem like a cool dude. I think you're going to be all right. And you, I think you've got what it takes to go all the way. He just says the most generic shit very confidently. Yeah. And then they narrow it down to one person who's going to go for the big money, and he's supposed to give them a pep talk. And it's the same thing again, where he's just like, you just got to concentrate and focus. And I think this is going to be yours to lose or whatever. He just, it's just so funny how dumb his part on the show is, but how fully committed he is to it.
I love it. I mean, he's kind of like the AI of judges. He's just saying like the
you
most
don't need a real person.
Yeah, you got to go all the way.
Yeah, he just says like the most generic things, but he doesn't repeat himself. Like he's not
the words
saying the same thing over and over again. Like he really changes it up, but no big words really.
That's
just different words.
Just different
same
small
sentiment said differently.
Yeah. I love Randy Jackson. I haven't seen him for a while, but I hope he's okay.
Check it out. It's on lots of episodes of it are on Hulu, and they shoot it in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the audience is a bunch of Australians.
Yeah.
Watching Jane and Randy play this game with sometimes it's regular people and sometimes it's celebrities, but when it's celebrities, it's like kind
serious,
of questionable level of celebrity
to
get on there. I'm like, I want to get on there. I want to do game shows so bad, but I'm just not. I just peaked just under that level where they start asking you to be on like $50,000 pyramid.
I think you could host Pictionary.
Host it?
Yeah.
Take that job from Jerry O'Connell?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
My good friend.
I was on Pictionary.
No.
Yeah, I was on. Yeah.
How much did you? Because isn't the prize money not really worth it?
No, it wasn't money. I mean, it was like you got a free trip to Salt Lake City or something.
Did you go?
No, I never got it.
Oh, because you didn't win.
Yeah, I didn't even. But that was
you didn't get to go on the trip because you didn't win it.
Yeah.
That's why. Wow. Well, that's. But did you have fun doing it?
I had a great time.
Jerry's nice, right?
He was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Well, hopefully you won't hear that you're like offering up his job. You even saw him do it up close and in person, and you're telling me you should do that.
He was really nice,
you
but
should
Doug...
do his job. You could do that. No, I think there's a lot of things I could host, but I'm just saying that now, especially with the contestants on game shows, that like they're allegedly celebrities, so you got to have a certain level of awareness,
Yeah.
or at least something they can say that you're from that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like anybody that used to be on SNL, like that seems like a great credit now if they wanted to go on a game show.
Oh, that's true. Or Gordon Ramsay. I feel like he could be a game show guy.
Oh, absolutely. Especially as time goes on, he's still a little bit of a kingpin. Like he's still got several shows with his name on it.
I know.
Restaurants all over the country and the world, I guess,
Frozen
with
food
his name
too.
on it.
Yeah.
We went to one of his restaurants in Harrah's in Vegas, and it was really good.
What was that? Hell's Kitchen?
No, that's at Caesar's Palace. The place we went to has just got some stupid generic name, like
it's wrong.
his name and then
something Ramsay's
Gordon Ramsay's Steakhouse
patisserie. Oh yeah,
something like that.
Something like
just
that.
boring. But and we only got we didn't have a reservation. We only got to eat there just because we showed up. This is my if you want to eat at a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
But you don't have a reservation. Show up the second they open and say, "Can we sit at the bar?" And 9 times out of 10, yes, you can, because most restaurants don't make the bar reserve seats, so it's first come, first serve.
Interesting.
But they'll fully feed you, at the bar.
I like being eaten at the I like
get eaten at the bar. Just jump up on it. No, it's like also servers are cool.
Yeah.
I got no problem with servers as a general
I love this.
vocation. And they work hard, and I tip 20% every time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But you just have way more shots at getting free shit if you're sitting right there where the bartender is and
totally.
interacting with the bartender.
Totally.
Because they can give away all the booze they want because it's like very easy to just pour a glass and not ring it up.
Yeah, and they're like enjoying, or they're hating their life, they're enjoying their life, whatever. They love a little chat.
When the server says this, I got this for you, or this is on me,
Yeah.
they might have actually had to pay for it.
That's true.
A bartender's always like sliding you shit.
Here you go.
And they're generally friendly to begin with. That's why they're the bartender.
Yeah.
Have good personalities.
Yeah.
Fun to talk to. And I really shout out to the bartenders.
Shout out to
But keep that tip in mind if you want to eat somewhere like a Gordon Ramsay place in Vegas.
first one
Just
in.
find out what time they open, and then be willing to eat at the bar.
Okay.
Because the bar is mostly just there for people to sit while they're waiting for their reservation or their walk-in turn to come up. So
You're like, no.
I want a full. I'm just going to eat here, and then leave. I don't care about the dining room. I don't care what's going on in there.
I want the bar.
I
don't
love
want
it.
the
With another
dining room.
person, it's fun because you turn and talk to one another. Like a lot of tables, I hate the tables in restaurants where it's two people facing each other and then right next to you is two people facing each other.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's almost like that person
We're
could
in
just
this
be talking
part-
to you.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll just get so quiet. We'll just look at our phones if we have to sit like that.
I know.
Like at the bar, you could turn to the person you're with and no one else has to get involved.
Yeah.
No, people don't have to hear it if you speak softly. And
The only one who's kind of involved is the bartender.
the bartender, like it's fun when they, get involved. Like with me, I always get into conversations with bartenders about movies they like, because if they get wind of me having a movie podcast, because I do when I sit down, I say I'm Doug from Doug Loves Movies, and can you imagine?
I'm Doug.
Listen,
Comics
are you
Unleashed
familiar
coming up
with?
soon.
Yes. Do you know Comics Unleashed? I was on it 16 years ago, and I'm thinking about doing it again, but I have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I have a lot of problems with it.
The trigger words.
Yeah, I say too many trigger words, but also just my jokes are too short. Like, didn't you have to kind of tell little stories?
I did short jokes.
So this is what the guy on the inside that I know told me, that they'll pair up a couple of, like, you'll have to segue yourself to a second joke, or does Byron assist you on both little jokes?
He assisted on all the small jokes.
So he'll say, like, I hear you have a rabbit, and you talk about that for a second, and you say, yeah, but what about your driver's license? When did you get that?
Yeah.
He really will set up both.
He'll set up, yeah. That's what he
And
did.
he knows when to come in with the second setup?
Sometimes no. Sometimes no, he does not.
But they make you say, they know every word you're going to say theoretically, except for ad libs.
Yes.
But you go through every joke word for word and they approve it. Like, that's how we want you to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wild part to me.
They
It's because most of my jokes, there's plenty of places along the way that I could use different, phraseology, change up things,
yeah.
and say it more naturally.
They want to pick all the words and make sure that you say those words exactly how they want them to do.
And they start at 7 a.m. or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they start crazy early in the day.
We were the fifth episode.
Oh, so you were at like 4 in the afternoon?
Yeah, but it was 7 a.m. to like 6 or 7 p.m.
But they bring in fresh audiences every couple of shows.
Yeah, a couple shows they got to refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're paid to be there,
Mm-hmm.
and they go ape shit for everything.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that weird about it too? Is that they're just dying? Like if they think you said something funny, they laugh. Even if they don't get the joke you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
just the cadence is enough.
Yeah, they're kind of like dogs in that way. They just hear the sound of like treat,
Yeah.
and they're like, nah.
And the warm up person is just constantly berating them to just have more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look sad. They do. They look sad.
I forget what it is though. I think they get $50.
Fuck. You can
I
feel
think.
that. You can you can feel it when you walk in. Look around.
I mean, it sounds all right to me. If it's only a few hours, I guess, at least you're not leaving empty-handed. And, and you could have some genuine fun. I'm not saying the show's completely unfun to watch. Like, my girlfriend wants to go to the taping if I do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it could be fun if you're into it. Yeah. It's just maybe we were fifth episode in, and they hadn't refreshed the audience, so they were looking they not look happy. Yeah.
Are you excited about doing it again?
I can't wait. I can't wait to do it again.
All right, then
Yeah.
we should talk less shit about it.
I know. Okay, I think we have to close.
We have
out.
to close.
Yeah,
Who's coming in next?
I don't know. Someone else.
Oh,
they don't
shit.
give. I'm not. I take out the trash here, so they don't give me. I can't be here for that long.
I had a question if you want to.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Doug, what movies are you looking forward to that are coming out?
Oh.
This is Yosef.
Hi, Yosef. I don't like that question. First of all, no, not, I'm not insulted that you asked me that or mad about it. I just don't like it because I have stopped like watching trailers and I only read about upcoming releases if it's accidentally, like if something just falls in my lap and I go, oh, they're making this or that. So like a lot of movies these days, when they come out is when I find out, or like when they're about to come out, that's when I find out they exist.
Oh, interesting.
And then because I hate that trailers just sort of give you a capsule version of what happened in the movie, and I just don't. I already find movies too predictable.
Yeah.
So the trailers just,
I know.
it's an art form to make a trailer that makes a movie look cool, but that doesn't also show the three best things that happen in it.
Totally. It's like an appetizer of the meal where you're like, okay, now I know what this tastes like.
And it used to be they didn't have red band. They didn't have red trailers that could for R-rated movie audiences. So all trailers had to keep out the dirty stuff and the violent stuff, and so that stuff gets
That
into
kept
those
you in
these new. That was at least the surprises when you go to see the movie are the things that they couldn't put in the trailer.
Yeah, of course.
But now they can put it in the trailer and just make it a red band trailer. And so then you're seeing like the gross kills that happen in a horror movie before you see the movie.
But you're not seeing tits.
No, they don't go that far, but they do swear words and violence.
swear
But
words.
yeah, I don't think they do nudity in the. But also nudity is just like
I know.
it's not much of it to begin with these days.
I know.
Which again must make you very sad that you're not there with the Side Boob podcast to help promote
The side boob.
the flesh.
I know.
What was the premise of that podcast other than two friends that are going to learn too much about each other?
You know what, Doug? That's a good question.
It was just sort of a chat between the two of you. Would you have guests?
Yes, we had guests every once in a while. It was mostly just chat between us two, but then, funny enough, in the beginning of the pod, people are like, "Oh, it's like a will they, won't they?"
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They forced it on you.
Yes.
And what about? Do you watch Hacks?
No, I haven't watched
People are very satisfied that the two lead women characters made out in the most recent episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was under duress. Like one of them didn't want to.
Oh, interesting. How I can relate.
Wait, well, why? No, I don't know where we were before I went on that tangent. What? Oh, side boob. I want to know why'd you call it side boob?
Side boob because I like a side boob. Everyone likes side boob.
Sure.
And I also just, it kind of made sense. It was kind of a dumb name, and we were both each other's side boobs. We were kind of just dumb
I get
together.
it. That's fun.
And
yeah, boob is
A boob is a fun.
like the people used to say boob tube about TV.
Yeah,
Because people thought TV was stupid.
totally. And that was it.
But side boob was a back in the maybe not the early days of Twitter, but Twitter hadn't been around that long. Where I came up with this thing on Sundays, I would go hashtag side boob Sunday,
Oh, wow.
and I just said if you send me a picture of side boob, I will repost it.
Oh, wonderful.
But the thing is, people
Full boob.
they don't understand.
Full boob.
There was too much. I had to go back to people and go, no, side boob is where you just get a hint of boob on the side.
The side type.
Yeah. And you just see, like, it's sexy, but it's not, nothing anybody can get in any kind of trouble for.
Yes.
Some people walk around out on the street like that.
Yeah.
But instead, it would just get, and then also the same people would keep submitting over and over again. So just every Sunday, my feed would be just full of all these boob
Michelle
pictures
from
because I
Massachusetts.
feel bad not reposting it when the premise is I'm going to repost it no matter what.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'll only repost the good ones. I wasn't trying to judge anybody.
No, you can't.
But it still just got
Out of hand. So did you?
which is a weird thing to say about boobs.
Did you
They
post
got
the
out of
front-
hand. I got to keep them in hand at
You
all
gotta
times.
keep them in hands, double cup. Did you post the front boob, or did you post
No,
all the
no.
boobs?
When I disagreed with what was there, or if it was straight up nudity, but although Twitter has never had an issue with nudity,
Ever.
or porn clips or anything, like you can put anything on there.
Totally.
But then they might give you a community note.
We've got a few.
Yeah, we take minor issue with this
minor.
violent sex play that you've posted. But yeah, so Side Boob Sunday went away. Now Side Boob, the podcast is gone. So somebody out there, pick up the torch, grab the baton, and keep Side Boob alive, because it's still a gorgeous thing.
It's a beautiful thing
that people should just appreciate that it
know.
exists. And earlier, I also got distracted when I was talking about the premise of my show, Wide World of Doug's. And the reason I even brought it up is because what we were talking about was names and our names and how they affect our careers. Like, do you think like the name Catbird just automatically made you a more fun person that put you in the direction of comedy?
I think so.
So I'd like to have you on that show to discuss that further if you'd like.
Okay.
We just do that. It's just lazy Zoom podcast
Okay.
where we just get somebody on Zoom and talk to them for an hour.
Yeah.
But it's fun and it's interesting, because at the beginning of doing it, I learned the expression nominative determinism, which is like, somebody's name sort of decides for them, like where they're, like in the best example I have of it is Wetzel had to make pretzels.
Had to.
What else is he going to do?
What do you be a lawyer? Wetzel's lawyers?
All right, I know you got to wrap it up. I'm sorry that I keep adding on.
This
but
was so fun. Thank you so much, Doug. I got one more big question to ask. No,
okay, it's douglovesmovies.com.
Doug Loves Movies.
That's all I need to plug. If you just go to douglovesmovies.com, all my dates are there.
And then...
Because you don't know when this is coming out, right? Or
no
do you?
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
those guys in the darkness decide for you.
They decide for us. That's Yosef.
That's the decision cave over there.
I know. I got no decisions.
I didn't answer your question. I apologize.
Actually, I probably should have framed it like, what movies have you seen that were?
Oh my God. This is my second least favorite question because I'm a fucking stoner and I can't remember what I had for lunch, and I ate it the second right before I walked in. No, well, I'll say this. This will be a fun thing to say on a podcast. I think Project Hail Mary is overrated.
Oh.
Did you see it?
No.
I liked it. It's good. But the people that are going crazy for it are like the same guys that lost their minds over like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's so true.
There are these movies that suddenly every man is absolutely obsessed with.
Attached to.
Yeah,
like
they
it hits something
hits
bigger.
them. And I think with Project Hail Mary, it hits them on the men like movies about space, which I personally, that's why I might be bi, is I've never really cared that much about movies in space, unless it's Star Wars, of course. And then
you're full gay at that point.
Yeah. And then it's in space, but then it also gets you. It makes you emotionally attached to this stupid talking rock. And so then even though you're a man, you're like, well, I can have feelings in space. But it's really long, and it's not a genre for me, because the reason I don't like most space movies is because it's usually somebody out in space by themselves or a small group. Yeah. And I like movies with lots of characters and lots of actors.
I agree.
Somebody in a solitary situation doesn't really. Gravity is one of the better ones, but that's because Sandra Bullock the entire time is like inches from losing her life, or floating out into space. So it's suspenseful but most space movies take the time to be like, look how boring space is.
I know. I can't get behind space. I recently looked at Interstellar on
that movie's way overrated from my perspective.
Yeah.
People think it's amazing. That's another. Christopher Nolan makes a movie. Every man
just like
that's when they go by for Christopher Nolan and his movies.
That's so true.
They love to explain it to you if you didn't get it.
And we got it. We got
Just
it.
go to a guy in a bar and go, explain Tenet to me.
Oh God!
Or say, what do you think happened at the end of Inception? And it wasn't a baby.
He gets an erection
It wasn't a
immediately.
baby. Yeah, he gets a boner. Well, the top is spinning because.
Okay,
All
we
right.
gotta wrap it
I'm
up.
coughing. Yeah,
I love
we
ya.
gotta go.
This is Doug Benson. My name's Catbird. That's Yosef. And this is Catbird Pod. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.